You back to Black Side Sports tonight. We're going to talk about where does Oregon State and Washington State go now that the Pac-10 is defunct. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but always comment on this video. Oregon State and Washington State have been left out in the cold. They are like stepchildren that nobody wants, and they're trying to find somewhere to land in this new college football area. But it's so difficult because they're right out there in the Northwest, and they're the smaller schools from the institution of the state schools. Oregon and Washington is now in the Big Ten. So where do they go? There's only the Pac-4 right now. Stanford and Cal has not been accepted to the ACC. But maybe they will eventually be accepted. But where do they leave them? Do they go to the American Athletic Conference? Do they go to the Mountain West? These two teams have been playing in the Pac-12, big time football, big time basketball, in every sport. And to see them drop levels because they are not one of the most powerful institutions when it comes to sports. So if you're Oregon State or Washington State, do you go independent, which will be extremely difficult for you to possibly make the college football playoff one day? Or do you go to the Mountain West and you play teams in your area like Utah State, Air Force, Boise State, San Diego State, and those other institutions, which is in your area, but it's a much lower level than what you're used to playing. These two schools basically don't have any options. Oregon State has upgraded their facilities over the past few years. They just renovated their stadium. And right now, they're looking and saying, where do we go? Washington State has no place to go. Their athletic department is $11.5 million in debt, and it would be good for them if they would have been accepted to a larger conference. But this shows you what college football is about today. It's all about the money and who can get the most money. If you don't have an institution that plays football or basketball extremely well, you will be left out. And you see those schools right now, Oregon State, Washington State, SMU, and other institutions who have been pushed out and have nowhere to go. And they're looking for a home. And it's sad to say that these are big state member institutions, high quality of education, but they have nowhere to go. And this is what it's all about right now. So the thing about it is that they're going to have to make a wise decision on where they go, because wherever they go, they're going to be stuck there for a while. Or do they just sit around and wait as an independent until something else opens up? One of the conferences, the Big 12, might open up a spot or two and let those two institutions in. But the presidents, I don't know how they're going to deal with it, because they won't have a TV contract. If you're independent, that means you get no money national TV wise. So they're going to have to get into a conference just to get some kind of money from a TV deal, or whatever the conference is dishing out from that TV deal. So Oregon State and Washington State, man, I wouldn't want to be in the college presidents or the athletic director trying to navigate this most difficult situation for these two schools. They deserve better, but they got worse because of what college football has become since 2019, since the Supreme Court decision on NIL. You see rapid movement, and everything is moving fast. And if you can't keep up with it, you will be left out in the cold. And that's what's going on with Oregon State, Washington State, and SMU, and San Diego State tried to make a move, but they were cut down. So we'll see what happens with these member institutions. But they are possibly the Pac 4, could be the Pac 2, looking for somebody to play. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site Sports. Hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video. Please leave a comment in the comment section.